What's good, everyone? Hey, we back after a little break. The Fantasy Cookout. We all been lazy a little bit. Mostly me, ain't gonna lie. But we back in here. Get you abreast on what's going on in the NFL with your boy, Mr. Marque, the college football aficionado.
100 days of football. 100 days of football.
100 days of football, man. Hey, 100 days of some more draft prospects. Checking out the new news. All right, and we got Mr. Davon, Mr. Trey for yourself. Catch him every day on all social media platforms, especially YouTube on Wednesday. Hey, he's been getting live on that IG, man. So it's been real interesting. A lot of things have been happening in the market. I mean, NVIDIA is on an epic climb, historic level. I was like, it's been crazy around this part. Hey, the market is doing its thing. You're hearing a lot of negative stuff, but hey, listen to Mr. Davon. He's gonna lead you in the right path.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Tap in, man. It's that time. It's that time. I've been telling y'all the whole time. The problem is y'all didn't tap in. That's the problem. That's the issue. Nobody tapped in. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's all good. It's never too late. It's never too late, man. It's never too late, man. It's never too late, man.
Last but not least, we'd like to thank everyone who tunes in to the I'm gonna call this Trade for Yourself, the Fantasy Cookout. Hey, we like to thank everybody for the Trade for Yourself too, man. Hey, we appreciate all the support on all of our platforms. Hey, we're gonna be pushing out content, talking about relevant things in the NFL, and hey, draft season is getting around, so we're gonna start putting up some mock drafts with the newbies. So let's get on to our first topic, and this is just a little test segment, the fantasy update. Hey, I know a lot of y'all been like this.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I know I haven't been around in a while, but it's okay. But hey, we're gonna get caught up on what's going on in the league fantasy wise. So first topic we're gonna talk about in the fantasy update is Mr. Brock Purdy. He's been allowed to throw next week. So this is very good news for 49ers fans because after that spectacular second half performance by Brock Purdy, taking him all the way to the conference championship, hey, he is a definite starter if he is back on track and has the throwing arm that he had before. But there's been some rumors, especially by private QB coach Jeff Christensen, that, Trey Lance has noted to have been a substantial jump as a passer. Now, with that information, is it going to actually be a QB competition in 49er land, or do you think Brock Purdy's got a little solid, hey, I won you these games, or is he going to be like, what have you done for me lately? That's the big question.
Competition, man.
Okay.
Why not? None of them won anything. Purdy ain't won anything. And Lance ain't won anything.
Sure.
One first-round draft pick, one Mr. Irrelevant.
Ooh.
They want it, come earn it.
Ooh. But remember, this is all, preseason.
Listen, we talking about practice. Not a game.
Right.
Not a game. We talking about practice.
So the preseason's all this is just practice. Yeah. So, I mean, is it going to be one on the preseason, or is it going to be one, what do you think? What do you think? How's all this going to shake out?
I think preseason is going to go all down to preseason games. It's going to be, you get a series, he get a series. They'll go back and forth. And the day, it ain't 100% be on the plays on the field. It'll be how the team plays with them when they're on the field. So, yes, you might get that series in and say Purdy might not score, but the team may look better. Or Trey Lance, or vice versa, Trey Lance. Or the team might respond better. Who's the better leader?
Yeah.
A lot of veterans on that team, man. A lot of dogs on that team. So,
yeah. Very true. Very true. Vaughn, what are you thinking, man? Think it's gonna be one in the preseason games, or you gonna think it's gonna be one in the training camps?
Man, I think that Purdy getting hurt made this a competition. I think if Purdy wouldn't have gotten hurt, we may be having a totally different conversation right now because he got hurt in the first quarter of the NFC Championship game. So, I mean, if he wouldn't have got hurt, we don't know what conversation we're having right now. So, I mean, I think that if he wouldn't have got hurt, I think that he would have came into this year as a starter. But now that he's hurt, now we've got some questions. And, the 49ers, they spent a lot of money drafting that young man, Lance. They spent a lot of money drafting him. And so, hey, they want to put him to work. And I mean, I'm not mad at that. Make it a competition. Let's see who's really the best. And then, go from there. I think it'll come all the way to preseason. I don't think I do not think that the job will be won in training camp. I don't think so.
Oh man. Hey, it's gonna be interesting. You're gonna see what the coach is gonna be like this.
It's my quarterback.
That's how you gonna feel like. Hey, look, if I was a gambling man, I'm gonna say Brock Purdy's my quarterback. Just like T.O., he just.
It's my quarterback.
That's how I'm gonna feel.
But here's the thing, though. From a fantasy perspective, whoever the starter is, like, what kind of quarterback are these guys? Is like, where are these guys falling in the pecking order? Okay, in terms of fantasy.
Let's hold on to that one because that's going to be in our later segment that we're going to talk about the NFC and the AFC quarterback rankings. A little bit too early still, but we're getting down to the shaking point. So we're going to talk about that in the next segment. But good question. I like it. Hey, round of applause for that analysis, guys. Round of applause. All right, let's move on to the next. Now, according to SI.com's John Shipley, Calvin Ridley is simply moving differently than any other wide receiver on the field. Man, that's saying something. Hey, And you know what? Since he brought that, that comment on, we got to look at Calvin Ridley right now and see how he is moving. Let's do a little share. This is what I love to do on this. Let's zoom in a little bit so y'all can get a little extra view when I hit the play button. Hey, now this is against Xavier Howard right now. So this is how he's matching up. Let me know if you see this, guys.
Yeah, I see you.
Bird.
He didn't even have a chance.
Let's watch that again.
That's a start.
Let's watch that again. Yeah, Xavier Howard, starting quarterback. Look at that. Bird. Hey, Calvin Ridley, Alabama's finest, right, Marque?
Hey, I was about to say built by Bama. I ain't surprised.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that Calvin Ridley went down to Jacksonville with the dog in him? Is it safe to say?
He got that in him. Hey. Yeah. He definitely got that. Hey, he is going to be a monster. Hey, listen to me now, believe me later on. Like we talked about in a previous podcast with Trevor Lawrence, is finally getting into his final form. He's finally starting to feel comfortable. They got a competent coach there. They got all the talent. I mean, come on, man. They're gonna
make some noise, man.
They're gonna make some real noise this coming up season. So, hey, we're gonna talk about that division a little bit later on in the podcast, not this podcast, but later on when we get to the division. But Jacksonville Jaguars are one of the contending division leaders just based off their raw talent that they have. They're young and it's good. So
that's what she said.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I couldn't help myself.
Oh gosh. But what tier would you rank Calvin Ridley just looking after that? Is he going to be a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2? What are you thinking? Oh, I mean, why am I even surprised?
He was already number one before he got caught gambling. He was already number one.
True. So, let's look at some stats, like, because I'm Mr. Stats over feelings, so I'm not gonna put my feelings into this. Yeah. Let's look at some.
Yeah, why you pull that up? I mean, this man got the heel. He got to rest up. He ready.
Oh no, I was ready. See, I already had the stats up, Mr. Calvin Ridley. Yeah.
We got some new toys, man. Since been on the break, man.
Hey, man, you gotta learn, gotta improve, man, every day a little bit. So let's not include the 2021 season since he only played 5 games. Let's go to the 2020 season where he played 15 games, his last full season. Man, this man went off.
He was peaking, man.
90 receptions out of 143 targets, 1374. And he had, what did he have? 9 touchdowns? Jeez. He averaged 18.8 PPR fantasy points. Let's round of applause for that. That was with Matt Ryan at the helm.
Yes, I was about to say that. That's with Matt Ryan.
That was with Matt Ryan. So imagine him with a very competent young Trevor Lawrence. Oh man, it's about the beast. And he's had a whole season to rest any kind of little small residual injuries. He's had that whole season to train. People saying he's gotten bigger and better. I mean, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a real problem. I mean, we just saw him burn Xavier Howard, one of the best QB. I mean, one of your best cornerbacks. So, hey, it's going to be interesting. What would y'all draft him? Which round would y'all draft him in?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I would be, man, a guy like him, man. I'm looking to go early. I'm looking to go early on him because, man, this guy, man, dude, man. If I could get my hands on Calvin Ridley, that would be an outstanding. That would be an extraordinary upgrade from Juju Smith. Extraordinary upgrade. Okay, so I'm telling you, I am looking for Calvin Ridley, man. I am looking for that dude in the draft.
You still didn't tell me the round, man. You too scared to tell me the round? Which round?
I mean, I'll say third round.
Okay. Marque?
I'm thinking 4th or 5th round. Yeah, he's good. Like I said, I got number 1, but he still is out of season. You know what I'm saying? Fair. So, and if we going off, stats over feelings, as we say, I'm gonna let the numbers talk.
Hey, 18.8 fantasy points per game. That's a good stat right there.
Yeah, but how many he got last season?
I mean, he only played 5 games.
I know, but I'm saying still.
No, well, the season before he got suspended. Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're going off potential, it ain't really potential with him because we already know what he can do. It's not like he a rookie coming in.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm taking over every rookie that's on the board. I don't care who it is. and every first year player.
Okay.
That includes Chris Olave, Jameson, includes all them boys.
Oh.
I would still choose
Garrett Wilson over Garrett Wilson.
Oh yeah, Garrett. I still choose Ridley over all.
100%.
Okay. I like that. Good deal. We gonna see because we're gonna do some mock drafts where we all get to pick our own players and set up our own team. So we're gonna see how that goes. All right. Next one. Austin Ekeler finally signs a deal. He reworked it so he can get some added incentives. He signed it on yesterday. What is expected? He was expected to attend minicamp June 13th after the team added a $1.75 million in incentives. So they pay him to play as, get him come on a little bit earlier. Now, what tier level is Austin Ekeler? I mean, I already know. I know. Cute. It's a dumb question. I know. It's a dumb question, I know. But still, just solidify what you guys think.
Austin Ekeler, I mean, arguably the best fantasy running back in the league. I mean,
especially in PPR.
To be honest, he's just that guy, man. He's that guy. He's who you need on your team.
Okay. 28 doesn't scare you?
Nah, man. Look, guys. I need running backs, guys. I need quality running backs that can play. Okay, I does not scare me. Does not scare me in the slightest. You know, I'm willing. I'm man enough to take that risk.
Okay. I like that. Round of applause for that. Cool. All right. Next, Auburn great and Jaguars running back Tank Bigsby.
Great. Auburn great.
Hey, he's pretty good. We gonna see why. Hey,
Debatable.
has the inside track to be the number 2 running back job for the Jaguars behind Travis Etienne. Now, we know how injury prone Travis Etienne is, and I bring up, like I said, I like to bring up stats over feelings. I feel a certain way about him, but Travis Etienne, let's look at him. Based off of draft charts, which is where I kind of get my injury history information from. Travis Etienne, these are been his injuries. He's had a head injury and leg injury and a foot injury. They saying he has a 77% chance of missing at least 2 quarters and 8.3% chance of injury per game. So we'll see what happens. 27, it looks like 2021, he had it's like a foot sprain basically. So do you think he's gonna be able to be durable enough to last the whole season?
I mean, I hope so. The head injury is more concerning than anything. Once you had that, I'm gonna assume he had a concussion. So
yeah, it was during the second quarter of the Sugar Bowl against Alabama.
Okay, so it's been a while since he had it.
Yeah, so 2018, but
yeah, so it's always there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think he had a productive season last season, so I think he'll hold on. He'll hold up. I mean, it's gonna help to have Tank in the backfield too with him, because honestly, in my honest opinion, Auburn running backs is traditionally pretty good in the NFL.
Yeah.
I feel like that could at least relieve him of some plays, because I don't think many running backs don't mind, getting spared a few plays.
True. So
they can rest and get some, as long as they get to get the touchdown in the end, that's all they care about.
Yep. What about you, Vaughn?
I think there are legitimate concerns about his durability. I think you've got that 25% chance that he may miss 6 games or more. I think that possibility is there. Will it happen? I don't know. He's still a young guy, so it's like I said, man. It's kind of like I don't know, man. It's kind of in those iffy situation, So I would be on watch. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if he got hurt. But Tank being there right there. Tank being there, I mean, hey, that's something that you may want to pay attention to right there, because most people aren't thinking about Tank Bigsby as that second running back. Most people aren't thinking about that.
Nah, I got him. Honestly, I got him as a sleeper. When I started researching, I was like, this could be a potential sleeper candidate. You know how I am with running backs, especially running backs with injury history. Their backups. When I find a reliable one, I'm like, maybe I should pick them up in the 9th, 10th, round, maybe even 11th round, if they're still available, and seeing that, I talk a lot about Tank Bigsby and I am biased. Let's just show a little bit of of his history, his work.
Not a lot of production. Tank Bigsby into the secondary, though. That is a very Bigsby runs the opposite way and finds a crease inside the 30. With a cutback, breaks a tackle inside the 10.
Good for Auburn's offense. What a beautiful job of Council on the block. Bigsby sees a cut. The Tigers are right back in it on the road.
I don't really count these games. Let me pause right here. This was Mercer. They were just playing around with these boys. Let's not even count these games. for real. But we can continue. Just watch him get this touchdown. I really wanted to wait to show you the next highlight.
Quarters than they were to start this game.
Helped out by a 100-yard day as well from Bigsby. He adds to it. Bigsby down the sideline. A huge chunk here from.
Now watch the impact it has. You collapse down this side. This defender comes for Tank Bigsby. Great cutback vision. You got lead blockers out front. You force the defense to stretch.
The evidence shows that, Tank Bigsby, if you're looking for an NFL back, he's what you need in an NFL back at the end of the day. That's what you really need if you want an NFL back.
Yep. And, he was pretty durable. Durability, he was pretty durable when this time down in Auburn. So, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Let's get on to the next topic. And it'll be the last one. Well, it'll be the last one. Kareem Hunt still doesn't have a home, and the Browns ain't taking him back. So, is Kareem Hunt a valuable pickup, backup RB, or is he washed? Is he done? I kind of think he's getting to that point.
I think his time in the NFL is winding down. We saw what Kareem Hunt did, in Kansas City, but domestic violence situation, that derailed his career. Went to Cleveland. Yep. He did okay in Cleveland, but now it's kind of like, okay, dude, do we really even want to touch you? Number one, do we really even want to pay you? At this point, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I mean, somebody may, at the 9th hour, grab him up, but he won't be a starter. He'll be in some type of backup role. And if I'm a general manager and I'm looking for talent, am I really trying to use my salary cap on a guy in a backup role that I'm not really confident that he's actually going to play? I don't know.
I mean, I would give him like a veteran's minimum, if anything. Maybe like a 1-year deal just to see if he still got something in the tank. But I ain't going to break the bank. I'm not going to break the bank for him.
What are y'all talking about, man? He's a valuable commodity. He's a great asset for the XFL. So,
exactly. Other leagues not named NFL. 100%.
Damn. Oh Lord.
100%.
Put him on the Birmingham. Was it Birmingham Stallions? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
that league. That's
the
league
USFL. That's the USFL. That's the USFL.
One of them leagues. Hey, you do know the side note. You do know the XFL has like a quasi partnership with NFL, right? Did y'all know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was watching an interview. It was on the Pivot. I don't know if I know Vaughn watched the Pivot. The Rock was on. I had an interview with the Pivot. He was kind of explaining that he actually went to Roger Goodell and said, "Hey, I'm trying to do a secondary league." He said, "Of course, I'm not trying to be your competition, but more as I just want to give more guys jobs."
Yeah.
So, hey, if you can't play here, there's still other opportunities.
Fair.
So at this point, I kind of consider the XFL as the second league. It's
basically gonna be like the Canadian Football League. That's basically what it's come to.
Yeah, basically.
But instead of having to go to Canada, you can still stay in the United States.
Yeah, and the rules pretty much the same. Yeah. And I think the NFL is actually going to use the XFL for like rule changes, to kind of see how it works out before they implement.
The crash test dummy league. It is basically.
But it's a smart play. It's a smart play.
Hey man, the NFL knows what to do, man. They know what to do.
Hey, $1 billion industry, so they all good.
Hey, shout out to USFL too, man. Birmingham Stallions, man. Shout out to them too. They was the champs last year. Shout out to them.
They were. Hey, round of applause. All right. On to the next topic. The NFC versus AFC QB rankings. Now, Mr. Wright over here sent me this very interesting, tidbit, and I kind of wanted to go through it. Let's see if I can get it up. All right. So we're gonna go through the AFC first, and we're just gonna show the different rankings they have for quarterbacks. So this is by Mr. Kyle Brunt of the NFL Network, and how he ranked each quarterback in different tiers. So you got 7 tiers, and this is the AFC. Now we're gonna see if we agree, disagree. Where can it be improved? So first of all, Pat Mahomes, undisputed tier 1 QB.
Yeah, undisputed champ.
Undisputed. Just won a Super Bowl, basically with scrub wide receivers and Travis Kelce. So, and on one foot. So let's give props where props are due. All right, tier 2, Burrow and Allen. Fair.
Yeah.
Even though Allen, he's slippery for me, but
slip down to 3. Is that what you said?
From a statistic perspective, he deserves to be 2.
Yeah, but his gameplay lately, down the stretch, he's a 3 to me.
Ooh.
He's a 3.
All right. Hey, Marque, he didn't feel this way. You don't feel this way, do you?
It's my quarterback.
You don't feel that about Josh Allen. Ain't no love for him. All right, but Burrow, obviously tier 2. He's spectacular. I mean, it comes down to the wire between Mahomes and him all the time. Burrow used to best him, but he just lost this one time.
Hey, I'm almost tempted to put Burrow in that top spot too with Mahomes.
I mean, if he has another elite season like he did last year, if he has another elite season, he's going to be in that QB, in that tier 1 ranking. Yeah. All right, tier 3. I mean, be honest with you, Rodgers, I don't know. Jackson, I definitely don't know. Herbert, I think he'll bounce back this year. That's the way I feel. I think Rodgers is probably going to be a tier 4 unless he just shows out with the Jets and shows that maybe it was the Green Bay Packers organization, not him. But I think it's him because he's old. But Jackson, I still don't think he's a tier 3 quarterback. I think he's in tier 4 range. Thoughts?
I got Rodgers at 3. I mean, he won a Super Bowl, and he's still proven to be. He got some stuff on the tank, but now Lamar Jackson, he's like 4 to me.
Yeah.
And then Herbert got great potential, man. Like Herbert. I mean, Herbert last season, season 4 last, he would have been a 2.
Yeah, but he did have his wide receiver.
He did regress.
Yeah, he regressed.
He did regress last season. So I think 3 is good for him. I think 3 is good.
Vaughn, who was Herbert missing last season?
His last name was Allen. His last name was Allen. Okay, that was his last name. Okay, first name is not to be mentioned. Okay, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh Lord.
It was
horrible. All right. So pretty much, Marque says 3 for Rodgers. I say possibly 4, depending on how this trade goes. Vaughn, what do you say for Rodgers?
I think that Rodgers should be at 4. I think that Rodgers should be at 4, and I would have Lamar and Herbert both at 3.
Okay, fair assessment. All right, so we got a little bit of disagreement in the 3rd tier. All right, 4th tier. I mean, Russell Wilson should probably be in the 5th tier ranking for me. I'm just gonna say, unless Sean Payton just pulls out a miracle worker or something like that, or help brings back the dog in him, I don't see him being a tier 4 quarterback. I would not even have him as a QB2, honestly. That's just me. Watson, yes, QB, tier 4. It could possibly have the chance to go into a tier 3 if he shows out this season. But I think tier 4 is pretty accurate for him right now, based off his last bit of his performance in the later part of the season. Changes? Yes, no, maybe.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if you wanted to move Wilson down to 5. I wouldn't be mad at that. Watson being at 4 is like Watson's like right there in the middle. Right there in the middle, because this is gonna be his first full season since the whole debacle down there. You know what I mean? Down there, he's just gonna be his whole first season. So this will give him an opportunity to kind of prove if he still got it.
What happened?
Kind of what I feel.
What happened this season?
Well, what had happened was
that was the son Watson. When he's trying to come up with excuses like,
well, what had happened was
that's the Sean. That was the son. Shuffling.
Right.
Marque, what do you think?
I agree with Vaughn. I definitely got Russ at 5. I mean, based off what he did last season was terrible, man.
Yeah, so we all in contention. We say Russ is definitely a 5 tier. Garoppolo, he's about where I would expect him to be. I don't agree with this tier 6 ranking though. I definitely do not feel like Tua Tagovailoa is a tier 6 QB, nor do I feel Trevor Lawrence is a tier 6 QB. I think they should.
I think that 6 is perfect. That 6 tier.
I don't know about that, man.
And actually, let me take that back. I put Pickett at 7.
Okay, with the new guys.
Yeah.
I would have Tagovailoa. I would have both of them at 4. With Trevor Lawrence having the potential to be a 3.
I think a healthy Tua. I think a healthy Tua will be at 5 because I clearly think Tua is a better quarterback than Mac Jones. So he should he should be above Mac Jones. Trevor Lawrence, I also think is clearly a better quarterback than Mac Jones. So I think that both of those guys should probably be at 5. I agree with Marque. Pickett should probably be down there at 7.
Okay.
Bingo.
Good. I like that. Okay. I'm still going to stick with Trevor Lawrence at a 4. Tua at a 5, potentially a 4. That's what I'm kind of seeing. Just in comparison to what's, what talent level's there. All right. And then everybody at 7 makes sense. CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson.
No, Richardson should be a 10. Did y'all see this man at Florida? Did y'all see this man? I understand. I understand he's a super Negro. He can run fast, play hard, and don't get tired. But when it comes to reading plays, against SEC defense, he failed. He failed.
Marque, Anthony Richardson's like this.
What more do you want from me?
Hey, if that's all you got, then, sir, you gonna be staying where you at then. If that's all you got. Biggest heist of the century. Biggest heist of the century. Congratulations, coach. You got robbed in your face.
Hey, Anthony Richardson, man.
Don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
No, you failed, you big dummy. That's what you did.
You failed, you big dummy.
He said that to the Colts organization for drafting him, and I agree. I agree with that. Now
he robbed the bank, man. I ain't mad at him. He robbed the bank.
Hey, he showed out in the combine. He showed them good genes. That's all he showed. Good genetics.
He like that guy during slave times, right? Who showed out, it had to make sure when they went on the block, he always first pick. You might want to cut that.
Shut up. Shut up.
You have got to be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me.
Hey.
Continue it on. Let's go to the NFC. Oh man, let's go to the NFC. All right, let me see if I can switch over.
Too far.
Oh man,
way
Marque.
too far, my guy. Way too far.
All right, that's funny. That is funny. All right, NFC. And it's Marquis' favorite guy to hate. At the top of the list. Mr. Jalen Hurts, tier 1. I agree. Round of applause. Easy. I know Marquis finna say something very, very disrespectful, but go ahead.
I'll let Vaughn go next.
Jalen's clearly the best quarterback in the NFC. I mean, there's he's clearly the best quarterback in the NFC. He should be QB1. He got paid as such.
Yes.
I mean, that's all I can really say. That's it. I mean, he's clearly QB1. He's QB1.
What more can you say? What more can you say?
Bingo.
All right. Come on with the disrespect, Marquis. Come on with the disrespect. I know it's coming.
Actually, I agree. He is number 1 QB. I mean, how can he not be? Look at his list.
I know. It's like, who else? Who you gonna put over him?
It's terrible.
Oh God.
Like
Eagles don't win the NFC. I mean, geez, there's a lot of problems with the Eagles. If they don't win the NFC.
I have so much to say about this list. So much to say.
Hey, we're gonna continue down. You know we're gonna continue down. So tier 2, hell no. All these are fails. All these get the X's. They all suck. None of these there shouldn't even be a tier 2. There should be a blank space right there.
I 100% agree with you. There should not be a tier 2 on this one.
They should just knock this down to tier 3. just put them all in tier 3. Just put this whole section right here. Move everybody to tier 3.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. Look, all of these guys at tier 2, like all of these guys, specifically Dak Prescott, I'm calling moving down to tier 7. I'm going tier 7 for these guys. Oh my god, like tier 2. Like no way, man. No way, man. No way, man.
Oh no shit! Way. Oh man, yeah. I mean, we all are in agreement that this whole tier 2 thing don't exist for the NFC.
No, that's
it don't exist.
Dude, Matt Stafford is barely hanging on by a thread, man. He's hanging on by a thread.
You mean his arms hanging on by a thread? I mean,
what's funny? He only quarterback on there has won a Super Bowl.
Man,
he is.
I mean, you can't say much else. I mean, look, he chokes. Kirk Cousins chokes in the playoffs. He definitely chokes in the playoffs.
He choked in the first game.
He does too. This is okay. I'm gonna bring this back to widescreen before we get back to this. I am amazed by how Kirk Cousins is still on this, on an NFL team. I mean,
great agent. He got a great agent.
He right place, right time.
Him and Carr got the best agent in the business. Him and Carr got the best agent in the business.
Jeez, I mean, like, how? All right. Enough of that. That side.
Yeah, ain't nothing to talk about on that list.
All right. Let's go to. All right. So where would you rank Prescott? Let's just be fair. Where would you rate Prescott?
4.
Okay. Fine.
Man, dude, I put him at 4, man. I would put him at 4, man.
We got all of us for 4. Yeah. All right, Cousins. Okay. Let's go.
I put Cousins at 3.
I would say 4 with the potential of a 3 if he actually does something. Justin Jefferson was the reason he actually was good. I mean, he just played toss up. He just played toss that thing and hope Justin Jefferson was within the area to make a play. That's all I saw last season.
Yeah,
all right.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would have him at 4 as well. I mean,
Yeah.
the problem that I have, man, is that if you're a tier 2 quarterback, man, I need you to at least be in the conversation of a championship, of a conference championship game or Super Bowl. Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins are allergic from conference championship games and Super Bowls. Like they are not getting nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how you even put these at 2. I don't even understand that.
Hey, Vaughn, you say this to all of them. All those tier 2, just you. All right, Stafford 4.
I'm gonna give him a 3 just to respect since he won Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Man,
out of respect, I'm putting him at 3.
He's tier 4. I'm going about what he's done at his age.
At this stage in his career, man, dude, Matt Stafford does not have much left, and at this point, for me, he'd be at 5. He'd be at 5.
I mean, I think he used all what he had left was that Super Bowl. He had everything he had left was in that Super Bowl.
Detroit,
he should
retire. Detroit screwed him. Detroit screwed him for all those years, man. All his good years. All his good years.
Hey, Calvin Johnson gave him his good stats, though. You got to give him that. Hey, round of applause to Calvin Johnson. Megatron put him on the map, though. But all right, tier 3, Carr, no. I'm just gonna go. Golf, no. Gino, I can do that. I can do that.
He played his way into a 3.
Yeah. Gino, yeah. Gino should definitely be 3.
All right, Jones 4. I think that's about right.
I think he's a 3. Honestly, I think he's a 3.
Vaughn, you decide a factor. I think he should stay where he's at.
I think that he's accurately graded. I think he's accurately graded at 4. Yeah. I just can't move him higher than 4, man. I just can't.
All right, Justin Fields. He's not really a quarterback. He's a running back, so he needs to be 5.
Fields is too high, man.
Yeah. And Murray.
I would keep him at 4, man. I would keep Murray at 4.
That's a tough one, man. I mean, because
I'm like, when his head's in the game and he's healthy, he's actually a great quarterback.
But last season he was
last season. I mean, he got his coach fired. I mean, man. I mean, I ain't know what to say. He got his coach fired. When I have to put a clause in your contract to make sure you actually watch film and read your playbook, that's pretty bad, man.
Hey, the Cardinals organization told Kingsbury,
"You're out."
He living his best life in California now.
Oh yeah, with a hot blonde bombshell, just living easy life. He was in Thailand. He was just like, "Hey man, I'm good."
Yeah, he good now. He with USC now.
Yeah. All right. So Mayfield, Purdy. Mayfield should be like a 7.
Yeah, man. Mayfield needs to be moved on down, man. He needs to be moved on down.
Yeah.
Definitely not a 5.
Purdy.
I mean, is Mayfield? Legitimately, guys. Legitimately, is this guy even a starting quarterback in the NFL? Like seriously, like is he really a starting quarterback?
He's in Tampa Bay.
Okay. Because
I mean,
yes, he's a start. I mean, yes, he.
I get what you're saying.
He is, but the question is, should he be? Like, should he be a starting quarterback? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Well, I mean, Mayfield, he's an interesting cat, man, because.
Let me see.
He was actually he was decent, man, in Cleveland. Like in the very beginning, you know what I'm saying? he was decent, man. But then when they started playing around with him, when they was talking about trying to trade him and all that, trying to get rid of him, he kind of fell out. And I mean, I ain't gonna say that's his fault, but they start tampering with you, and especially when you had a decent season, but they don't appreciate you. I can see why he kind of fell off. And then I know he went to Carolina. He didn't really get a fair shake because he played half the season and he was a backup. But I think him being in Tampa, he gonna get his chance to actually shine. That's what he really can do. Now I don't expect them to make the playoffs or anything like that. But
okay, I was going to say.
I'm not saying that.
Let's be logical
here.
here.
But I think he'll get some film on tape, and they actually show that he actually is deserving of a starting quarterback role. I believe so.
You know what's sad? His division is so fucking sad. Like, it is so fucking sad. Like, if you go down the division list, you got the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Bucks.
It's bad, but man, all them teams gonna be hungry this year. Though. They all gonna be hungry.
Oh, you
the
think
quarterbacks? The quarterbacks won't be. The quarterbacks won't be hungry.
Yeah. You think they got the dog in them? You saying them teams got the dog in them?
I know the Falcons don't. That cat. Meow.
Speaking of, we will talk about that. Purdy, I think he could potentially be a 4 if he's healthy, but I'll keep him at 5 right now.
He's stay at 5.
Yeah. I'll keep him at 5 for right now.
Yeah, I think he has potential to move up to a 4 if he's healthy. If he has the same type of performance that he had in a back part of the season, if he's not like a so-called. Did y'all hear that?
No. Yeah, we heard the beat.
Another 49er great, Oh, okay.
Wow.
Let's move down the list. Tier 6. Love
7.
That's an 8. That's 6 feet under, man. That is.
I never seen him play.
I've never seen him play, man. Has he played a game?
Nah. He's played like a couple of series, I think.
Yeah, it might be sure Aaron Rodgers got hurt. He played in a few series.
Like, what do we think this guy is really gonna do in Green Bay? Like, seriously, what is this guy really gonna do in Green Bay this year? Seriously,
hey man, they said that about Aaron Rodgers, man. When he sat behind Favre, they said these same questions.
But that's the thing though. Aaron Rodgers, he at least had a team around him. He ain't got nobody with him. Who he got?
You got Christian Watson?
Dude. He had 3 games at the end of the season, man. 3 games at the end of the season.
Aaron Jones. old man Aaron Jones, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And Chris, we know how you feel about him, so I don't even want to hear that.
This is how I feel about him. Or, I feel like this.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
That's how I'm gonna feel about him in the draft. And when I'm looking at it as Aaron Jones, I'm be like,
wait a minute. Who are you?
Yeah. All right. Desmond Ridder. I mean,
no comment.
7, dude. God. Are you kidding me, dude? Like 7. No man, like what? How is this dude at 6, man? I need to understand. How?
Hey, no words. All I got.
These guys, this guy right here, this guy right here that made this list, he must not be watching games. He must not watch Atlanta Falcons football games. He must not.
Well, why would he, right?
I don't understand.
Hey, he like this.
Well, what had happened was.
Yeah, when he was making his rankings. All right, I ain't even seen him play, so that's
no, man.
That's 7.
7, man.
8.
Are you kidding me?
7, 8. Yeah, he didn't even play it down. See, I put Young at 6. If y'all gonna put these
I put Young ahead of all them boys. They ain't even played.
Yeah. Swap these right here. Love, Ridder, and Howell with Young. Put these all in the tier 7s and put him in the tier 6.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, because my thing is like it's really disrespectful. It's really disrespectful to put somebody like Sam Howell, the quarterback out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Dude barely made a bowl game. And you talking about he a better quarterback than Bryce Young. How, dude? How, bro?
Oh, man. Hey, it is what it is.
Telling you, man, that dude was on something when he was making that NFC list. That was god awful. Awful.
Hey, after he made them list and posted, he went to them players and like,
give me my money.
Got that under the table money. All right. Now let's move on to our last topic. AFC West and analysis, So we're going to talk about the AFC West and see what's going on in that, division. Let's share the screen. Let's see. Right here. All right. AFC West. Now let's move this down. And we got the AFC West here. We got the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers. Now, this is going to be sad, but let's look at the Broncos. Let's see what Sean Payton's working with now. Offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi, defensive coordinator Vance Joseph, and let's see what they can do. Because I don't know. Special teams, you got Ben. I ain't never heard of him before, but let's move. All right, so wide receivers, we got Courtland Sutton and Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick was out most of the season. And then we got Jerry Jeudy. All right. So, what do you think about the receiving core? Oh, Marquez Callaway, he got traded. Didn't know that.
I think the receiving core. Man, I think, to be honest, man, I think that they have a slightly above average receiving core. Slightly above average receiving core. Jeudy got size, he can catch the ball, he got speed. Sutton's got size, they're pretty good receivers. They got a pretty good, core.
But the thing is can Jerry Jeudy stay healthy? Because that what burnt me last season. I dropped Jerry Jeudy. I ain't gonna even lie to you, because he kept getting hurt, and then the times I would play him, he'd get hurt. Literally, the first play, his first. I will never forget the first catch. He gets hurt, and I'm like, and that was my whole week of fantasy right there, because Jerry Jeudy got hurt. But he's a great, spectacular talent. I don't know his body gonna hold out. KJ Hamler was pissed off most of the season because Russell Wilson sucked ass, and he would not throw to him. I don't know if he just didn't like KJ Hamler or what. Courtland Sutton, he had the chance to step up, be the wide receiver one. Didn't do anything. Was straight trash. Tim Patrick, he was hurt. So, I mean, like, you look down all of this. Greg Dolch, I mean, he had his chance to do something. Oh, Jarrett Stidham plays for them now? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I mean, can Jarrett Stidham take Russell Wilson's job? Is it possible?
I mean, I don't think it'll happen barring injury.
Okay. All right, so Samaje Perine plays here now. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Samaje's pretty good for a backup. And he played good for RB1 role when old boy was down. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, you talking about Mixon, Joe Mixon now.
Yeah, Joe Mixon. When he was down, he played pretty good for RB1. What do you guys think? Did they fail with this draft? I mean, you see all the new talent they got. They only got one new wide receiver. I mean,
honestly, man, this all Russell Wilson this year, man. I'll be honest with you. If Russell was play like he played last year, I don't care how good that squad is. If he can't get the ball to nobody, it's gonna be a rough season, man.
I mean, I don't think they necessarily failed. You know, I don't believe that they failed with the collection of talent that they have. It's just at the end of the day, man, they're not a playoff team. They're just not. At the end of the day, they're not a playoff team. So
yeah, they're in a tough ass division. So
yeah. I mean, you got the Chargers, you got the Chiefs, and you got the Raiders. I mean, well, we'll see what the Raiders are looking like. But I expect for them to be at the bottom of the division. That's my estimation. They're not gonna have a winning record. Let's put it that way. Agree? Disagree?
Agreed.
All right. Let's look at the Raiders. All right, the Raiders. We have here Mr. Davante Adams. Okay. Jacoby Myers. I didn't know he got sent off. He's with the Raiders now. Okay. And Marque's favorite, Hunter Renfrow.
That's a true thief there. I'll never forget him. I'll never in my life forget Hunter
Renfrow. I was gonna be petty and put the clip up, but I didn't want to bring up bad memories.
I appreciate it. That was a long night for me.
I know. I was there. I was there.
Well, yeah, and you made sure to make it longer.
It's the Auburn petty in me. But yeah, Davante Adams cleared wide receiver 1. I mean, easy. His backup is
Who's the quarterback? Jimmy Garoppolo?
Oh, Jimmy G. Yep, Jimmy G.
Playoff.
Brian Hoyer.
Hey, hot take.
Still getting checks. Congratulations.
I have a hot take, man. Hot take. Playoff team. God. Playoff team.
Boy, stop.
Playoff team.
Boy, stop.
Not wild card team. Playoff team.
Shut up.
You'll see.
I'm sorry, man. I just don't think that's possible, man. I don't know how this team makes the playoffs. I mean, when your tight end number 1 is Austin Hooper, I mean, come on, man. You got rid of both of your tight ends. Yeah. I'll say this, man. I think that the Raiders, I think in the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season, I think they'll be, one of the last teams right there, like one of the last teams right there, it's really going to come down to the wire because there's a lot of AFC teams just like them. It's going to be right there, neck and neck, fighting for that last spot, I feel.
Yeah. The only true talents on this team that I would even draft would be Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams. I mean,
I think Myers got interesting too, man. That's a real late pickup.
No,
because Davante can't get every ball.
Shit, Derek Carr made sure he did. He did his best. That man could be double covered, triple covered. He still was throwing it.
Garoppolo plays that same style. You know that, right? He plays that cowboy type style quarterback. He's like a Brett Favre.
Ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, he'll take a chance. He'll take a chance, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll take a good pick over a bad play. He's that type.
I think Davante Adams, he's gonna have a good season. He's gonna have a good fantasy season this year.
Where would you draft Davante Adams? Where would you draft him? Which round?
First.
Ooh.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Running backs are first.
I mean, we're doing PPR, so we do care about points per reception. So
he better be a second or third round back second, third round pick.
Yeah. I would say round 2.
Yeah, I would give
Round
a mid to late round 2. Mid to late. Yep, that's where I feel. I shouldn't go with feelings because I'm stats. Based off his best chance of getting points, I would go mid to late round 2. All right, Chargers. Let's go and keep on moving on. All right. Wow, Quentin Johnson. They gonna put him up that high. Josh Palmer lost his job, boy, on his day off. I don't know anything about Quentin Johnson.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a pretty good receiver. I really do.
I think
he played for TCU.
All right.
And
do you want me to get that? Hey, 6 foot receiver, 215 out of TCU. I mean, if we just look at the injury history of these two guys, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, I think this guy may end up getting some opportunities.
That's fair to say. Yeah. He's ready to eat this season.
Fair assessment, guys. Fair.
They still got your boy Joshua Palmer, man. Don't forget him, man. He's still there.
Yeah, man. But Palmer, man. When Keenan Allen and Mike Williams was out, man, he's like,
yeah, he had a chance.
He didn't take over and relish in that number 1 role like I thought he would.
Yeah, he did enough.
He had some decent games, but
he's put it like this. Put it like this. He became number 1, and then he went to the back of the line. He couldn't stay there. He had to go to the back of the line.
And obviously, they ain't felt enough about him. They've drafted another receiver, so that kind of told you a lot there.
Am I seeing this right?
What's that? Max Duggan?
Yes.
Hey, he's gonna make good money. He gonna make good money in that backup QB role. He gonna make some great money.
Oh my God!
How?
I mean, he may never see the field ever. He may never see the NFL field. There's a possibility, guys. Yeah, I mean, in the preseason, he may get some preseason work.
Yeah,
but regular season games, no.
You may see him kneel the ball in the fourth quarter.
Hey, this is gonna be him. This is gonna be his career.
Listen, we talking about practice, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
That's gonna be his whole career. We talking about practice, not a game, just practice. That's all he gonna be is practice.
Hey, get your check, bro.
You get your check, and you get good investments. Listen to the Trade for Yourself podcast.
Man, you better be investing correctly. Man, shoot, forget that. You need to be finding a way to make some income outside of football. Forget that. How much longer you gonna be in the NFL?
Shoot. XFL be waiting on.
Oh Lord! All right, let's go. This is not even gonna be this is a clear indication, man. Kansas City is gonna be the division leaders again. They're gonna win again. I mean, let me just. Are y'all gonna argue against me with that?
I'm not.
With that statement? Okay.
No, man.
Look at that what we just saw. Look at that what we just saw in those rosters.
I'll be honest with you, this roster ain't that great either.
But did you see the other ones?
I know this ain't that great either. But.
Okay, well he won with this. He won with this.
I know
he won a Super Bowl.
They got the one trump card, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes on one-legged Patrick Mahomes. He won them a championship. All right, so look.
I mean, look, guys. I mean, Valdez Scantling does not make me feel good. You know what I mean? It does not make me feel good as one of my top receivers. Okay,
Kadarius Toney does not make me feel good. Sky Moore does not make me feel good. They just picked up the Giants receiving core.
But that's the thing, man. When you have Patrick Mahomes and you have Travis Kelce, man, you just make it happen, man. Like Patrick Mahomes is really truly the modern day Brady. Like he really is the modern day Brady. You know, Tom had Rob Gronkowski. You know, he had he had Randy Moss. He had some guys, Wes Welker, Branch, all those guys, but a lot of the times, man, a lot of those guys were pedestrian, man. He was playing with, man. He just put it together. He just pieced it together, man. Brady never really had like a downhill number one running back like that. He never really did. Fair. So I mean, look, man, when you got Mahomes on your team, man, you got a shot to win the Super Bowl, man. You got a shot to win the Super Bowl, man.
How crazy that sound. Hey, this I will play this for Pat Mahomes.
It's my quarterback.
Hey, this is my quarterback. hey, but this atrocity right here. Look, I'm like this.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I ain't never drafting yours.
I mean, this man went from a first round draft pick to third on the depth chart.
Yes.
In one season. 2 seasons.
Oh, is Michael Piron related to Samaje?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Did not know that.
I want to say they're brothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's dope. That's dope. I think talent Chris Jones, at defensive tackle. I think this team's gonna have a solid chance of, at least making to the AFC finals again. They'll be facing the Bengals, with their all-star complement. So unanimous vote, AFC winners, easy. AFC West winners, Chiefs. It's not even.
There's no debate.
No debate. There's no debate. If you wanted to debate that, I'm like, you smoking rocks. Oh man. But yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting season for that most part. But hey, as we go along with the next few episodes of the Fantasy Cookout, we're gonna go down the rest of the different divisions. I think the next one we're gonna keep on staying in the AFC. Let's see what next we got. We can hit up since we talked so much about it, we get the AFC South. We're just gonna roll through all the AFC at one point. That's gonna be the Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Jaguars should win the AFC South. And I'm just gonna give a hot take. I mean, that doesn't even seem like it's that difficult to make, but we'll see what happens. What are you gonna say, Marque?
Yeah, I said hot take.
It's hot take. But we'll see what happens when we talk about it next week. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
Quick question. I know it's looking at the Chiefs. Where would y'all draft Travis Kelce?
Ooh. In some drafts, people been dragging him in the first round. People been drafting him in the first round. I'm like, Jesus, not that high. I mean, like maybe a third.
I mean, he get about 80% of the catches.
I get it, but
I wouldn't draft him.
You wouldn't draft him at all?
I wouldn't, dude.
Oh, boy, you know, tight end, the trash tight ends we got. You wouldn't take Kelce Felly in your life?
Dude. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Look, I know that Kelce is the best tight end in the league. I know that Kelce is Mahomes' number one target. I understand that. It's just if I draft a tight end, that means I'm giving up a wide receiver. I'm giving up a wide receiver.
His production is
he is a wide receiver.
Yes,
he is a wide receiver. He is a wide receiver. But my thing is, dude, I just think, man, Kelce is gonna have to regress at some point, man. At some point, he's gonna regress. At some point. And it's just like I think, man, because look, man, this is my thing. Every single team that I've seen with Travis Kelce on them has been a trash fantasy team. been a trash fantasy team that I've seen.
Because they drafted them too high.
The rest of their team, yeah, and that's like, and that's my thing. That's my thing. I can't like. I'm not even going to have the opportunity to get him because I'm not even going to draft him where most people going to draft him. You know, so I would never get him. It would never happen.
I would say the best chance to get Travis Kelce if you really want him is for a trade. Just wait a few games. Pick up some quality players that you can trade them off with. You know, basically if you can get some sleepers that actually show out pretty quickly. You know, get acclimated to the NFL and move up the ranks pretty quick and have a few games. You can try to use that as trade bait with like a wide receiver one or you know, a RB1 with a good sleeper. You know, make that into a nice package and send them off if you really want Travis Kelce. But I would not draft him because.
What if you got the last pick in the first round and then you get a rip again in the first round in the second round first pick?
I'm still not drafting him. It's running back first and then wide receiver, or a high volume wide receiver first and then a running back, whichever.
Are you going running back receiver? A running back receiver, quarterback.
Running back receiver is usually my go-to, but unless there's just I don't see enough talent.
Yeah, one running back, one receiver, man.
Yeah, always start off with a good base and then work your way up. Typically, I'll probably pick up it's getting a little bit early because I'm giving away draft strategies a little bit.
I know that's why you keep talking. You want talking?
All right, I don't care. Look, it doesn't mean anything. So this is how I kind of plan on drafting. It's going to be adjusted a little bit, and it's a little sneak peek of extra content I'm going to be putting out. My first recipe, my cookout recipe, number 1, for PPR. I'm going for a pass-catching running back. I'm going for a high-volume wide receiver. I'm going for another good pass-catching running back or a good solid running back that gets a lot of touches. Then I'm going for a wide receiver again or a QB. So 4th round, if it's like a Jalen Hurts, if it's like a Pat Mahomes, if it's one of those tier 1 quarterbacks, which is Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, or a solid tier 2 quarterback like Joe Burrow, I would pick up in the 4th round. Something like that.
Okay.
And then 5th round, I go with wide receiver because wide receivers come in a dime a dozen because, I'm definitely going to pick up running backs first. Wide receivers come a dime a dozen, I mean, yeah. And then I'm not picking up a tight end for a while. I mean, like we've already kind of discussed earlier, we dolled all the tight ends. We went through one episode. I don't think we can have any right to pick up a tight end in the draft any of the first round.
Who you think about picking up in that first round? Who you think about picking up in that first round?
Oh, come on, man. Let's not even do this.
All right, man. Close us out, man. Close us out.
All right. Look, we're gonna do tier rankings. We all gonna have jobs. We're gonna do tier rankings because I think tier rankings are our best bet, rather than kind of put them in order. Just put in tiers. Tier 1, this is where I will pick up. But that we're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about it in later content. But thank everyone for joining us in another episode of Fantasy Cookout.
Yes, sir.
Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. It's been a long time. Should have left you without a dope beat to step to. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Hey, round of applause. Great co-host. Catch us. Content's gonna be releasing out all platforms. Just if you continue releasing content, like I said, we're gonna start putting up some recipes for success for the cookout. And then also remember to catch the Trade for Yourself podcast every day. Come and get these financial tips, especially the banger he just put out the IG live talking about NVIDIA's historic rise, all-time highs going on with NVIDIA. Man, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. And like always, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing our content. Until next week, peace.
See you guys.